laps to go. Green flag back in the air at Phoenix. Diving into turn one.
Ty Dillon goes way wide.
Way up the racetrack. He's going to lose plenty of spots. James Busher will get by him as he works the lower side of the racetrack.
And look at the battle for the lead.
Green wide going into turn number 3. Kyle Larson takes the top spot away.
How about that now? Kyle Larson just fresh off the K&N East Championship, going for a truck win.
What about that kid? He knew he needed to be low when he got into turn 3. Heck, he was all the way off the racetrack. Oh!
Around goes Brendan Gaughan. And Quiroga got into the back of him. Ty Dillon also involved in this.
Up here behind those.
Quiroga just ran too deep into turn 1.
Take it easy here in case it's rubbing too hard. Don't blow that tire. We're done. Here.
Ty Dillon says we're done, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of body damage, but I'm not sure they are that done. Looks like the right front tire is not askew.
I think Brendan's upset with
Brendan's going to get out of the truck and voice his displeasure.
I'm not sure Armand's going to understand what he's saying.
Limited amount of opportunities for Brendan Gaughan. Quiroga in the 51 has to sit and listen.
Phil just gave a shout out to Armand for having that thing up in the top 10. A lot of sheet metal damage to the right side of that 3 truck, Hermie, but it didn't look like the wheels were askew. What are they reporting?
Well, right now, Michael, the NASCAR officials are telling them they cannot work on the truck. We're going on a red flag condition, but you're right. I cannot see the right side other than right, just to the right of the yeah, these guys have been told to stop. You know, a lot of damage to the right side. They're going to have to assess the damage. Maybe a little bit of a break for Ty Dillon and his crew to kind of maybe assess the damage of what's going on right around the right side of the headlight on the 3 truck. They can assess the damage, get their parts and pieces together, and come up with a plan of attack to try to get this 3 truck on the racetrack and salvage any hope for this championship.
Hermie, I know you can't see the right side. We're looking at the right side, and I don't see a great deal of damage to that right front suspension from what we can see right here.
And this is indeed, like Hermie reported, a big break for this team because they can understand exactly what they need to do in order to make this truck as good as it can possibly be. The team is surveying the damage. The NASCAR officials, as you see, won't let them go to work, but they can certainly look the truck over.
Quiroga out of the 51 truck. He's going to walk back over to the ambulance and get to the infield care center. Here's what happened.
You can see Quiroga just drives way far down into turn 1 and runs over the back of Brendan Gaughan. And then Ty Dillon just nowhere to go, but pretty hard damage on the right front corner. If it isn't bent, if the toe's not out of whack or some of the suspension bent on that right front, he'll be really fortunate.
Yeah, nothing Brendan can do. Quiroga actually locked the brakes up, got in so hard in the corner, and when he locked the brakes up, then his truck went straight, would not make the corner.
Armand was running in uncharted waters for him. He hadn't been up that far in one of these races very often, and he just messed up and hit Brendan hard.
James Busher dodges yet another bullet and takes one of his point contenders and has trouble.
And it didn't take long for Brendan Gaughan to get to Quiroga and let him voice his displeasure.
Really nowhere for Armand to go, truthfully.
I'm sure Armand's saying I'm pretty sure I messed up, and this man that is yelling at me confirms that.
So Brendan and Armand both will have to go to the infield care center.